Audio check.
Got you loud clear.
Alright, got you loud and clear too. Alright, let's go ahead and get the ATIS.
Richard advised ground, your directional flight. NOTAMs. Melbourne VOR, radio 220 to 265, unusable. Taxiway November closed, taxiway Alpha closed between taxiway Victor and Lima. Taxiway Quebec closed between runway 9 right and taxiway Alpha. Advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha. Melbourne International Airport information Alpha 2053 Zulu. Wind 050 at 12, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 9, altimeter 3002. Visual approaching news, landing departing, runway 9 left, 9 right, and runway 5. Approaches are conducted to parallel and converging runways. V4 departures, advise ground, your directional flight. NOTAMs. Melbourne VOR, radio 220 to 265, unusable. Taxiway November closed, taxiway Alpha closed between taxiway Victor and Lima. Taxiway Quebec closed between runway 9 right and taxiway Alpha. Advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha. Melbourne International Airport information Alpha 2053 Zulu. Wind 050 at 12, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 9, altimeter 3002. Visual approaching news, landing departing, runway 9 left.
There we go.
Alright. Okay, wind 050 at 12. Altimeter is set. Altitude looks good. That one's a little bit high, but 3002 is what he said. And this one looks correct. Okay. Okay, ball centered, wings level, airspeed 0, vertical speed 0. Okay. And we have our transponders set. Okay. Seatbelts are fastened.
Melbourne Tower,
Taxi
flight
light on.
639 is over abandoned at 1,500 feet with information Alpha. We're looking for a full stop at Park FIT.
Alright, taxi light on. Taxi air is clear, left, center, and right. Parking brake release.
Check flight
Do
639,
a brake check here.
runway 5,
Okay,
clear to
looks
land.
good.
Straight at runway 5, clear to land. Check flight 639.
Alright, parking brake is set. Doors are closed and latched. Throttle 1800. Engine instruments are good. Fuel pump check. Increase flow, increase pressure, pump off. Okay. Magneto check. The right mag. Good indication of left out. Drop to 1720. Back to both. Alright, go to left mag. Got right mag out. 1730. Back to both. Seems to be running smooth. Cycle prop 3 times. Alright, NSC drops in manifold pressure, RPM, and oil pressure. All back in the green. Alright, carb heat on. Now we get an RPM drop. Drop idle. Alright, set idle, carb heat off. Back to 1200. good. We got left aileron up, right down, right up, left down, elevator, down, up, and right rudder, left rudder. Alright, flight controls are free and correct. Trim for takeoff.
Check flight 639, runway 5, clear to land. Runway 5, clear to land, check flight 639.
Alright, so we got Melbourne ground, Melbourne tower. Probably go ahead and set up something here for Titusville.
The next thing we'll need is our ATIS.
So Titusville ATIS 120625.
I shouldn't have said anything, but I know that you knew that.
120625. KTIX ATIS, okay. Go ahead and load that up. Probably put tower in as well. Alright, radios are set, pitot heat off. Alright, so winds were 050. I didn't pay attention, but I'm assuming they're going to be using runway 9s, taking off to the east. Alright, so we're here.
I'll just help you out for the sake of time with that part. So yes, they're using the 9s, but if you're always unsure, just go back and check.
Okay, alright.
Yep.
So I'm going to expect that they're probably going to give us Mike Kilo to 9 left.
Yep. And for this one, since we're going to Titusville, what direction are we going to brief them, or going to tell them?
So we're going to tell them that we are VFR to the northwest.
Yes.
Okay. And once we're airborne, we actually have a flight plan here.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to brief you on this here. So taking off into Melbourne, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head for the north tip of Lake Washington. Easy to find.
Keeps us out of Patrick's hair.
Yeah, keep it out of Patrick. Once we get to the northern tip of Lake Washington, we're going to climb up to 3,000 feet. I don't see any reason to go any higher altitude. It's not very far. And then it'll be heading 359. Based on winds earlier today, there was a 0 wind correction angle. So.
All right, that sounds good.
And once we get to Lake Washington, it's 20 miles to Titusville. So 10 miles, halfway would be 10 miles out when we're abeam Merritt Island.
Okay.
And that'll be on the right, and on the left will be this Lake Poinsett. So that'll be our 10 miles out where we'll call them up. And we'll get the ATIS before we get there.
Excellent.
All right.
Good afternoon, Melbourne Tower, helicopter 7282 Alpha over radiation and bound to Big Blue with information Alpha.
Tech flight 639, Romeo Foxtrot Victor.
Romeo Foxtrot Victor here, Tech flight 639.
And is that 359 course our first heading?
That is not our first heading. Our first heading is going to be get to Lake Washington, but that should be a heading of around
309? Sorry.
311.
311, okay.
Yep, 309 with a 2-degree wind, approximately wind correction angle. So.
Okay. And
I'll go ahead and put 311 in here first.
That's all right, just however you want to do it. Anything that sets up, or easy to remember.
All right,
and remember, you'll be doing this also under the hood.
Okay.
So I'll say once we start turning on course, I'll go ahead and hand you the foggles when you're stable. I'll take the controls very briefly.
Okay.
You'll put the foggles on and then just do the flight plan as you've executed. And if you want me to look out for any visual waypoints, I will go ahead and do that for you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so I think we are ready to taxi here. Engine run up complete. Briefing. Well, let's do a quick briefing here on departure briefing. So we're expecting runway 9 left for our takeoff. We've got about 6,000 feet, but if we're not airborne by taxiway Mike, I would say, we'll just stay on the ground, abort takeoff, stay on the ground, and Once we are airborne though, we'll rotate at 60 miles an hour, 10 degrees of flaps. Once we are airborne, if we have a problem before we get up to pattern altitude, we're just going to go straight ahead and look for some place to put it down. Not even consider a turn back. Once we're to pattern altitude or higher, we can consider a turn back to the airport, and we should be able to find a place to put it down, parallel runway or somewhere in the grass. And in an emergency, it'll be your controls today.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
All right, so emergency out procedure, seatbelts are fastened, torque and brake release. Make sure we're on ground here.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are then.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
And we are clear, left, right.
Check 5624, Melbourne Tower, right base runway 5, report for the campus.
Melbourne ground, Colonel 34287 at Big Blue, information Alpha, VFR to the northwest.
Sky 13, say again the request. Sky 13, proceed on course, leaving at Delta, frequency change approved. Lucky 541 Melbourne Tower, fly suggest a heading 180 from your present position. Intercept a 5 mile final for runway 9 right. Lucky 541 Squawk VFR. On ground control going northwestbound. What's your call sign?
Colonel 34287.
34287 to runway 9 left, taxi via Mike Kilo.
Runway 9 left, taxi via Mike Kilo, Cardinal 34287. This gets it a little bit wiggly here too.
I'll write that up as well.
97 Mike, Orlando's going to be on 134.95.
Clear on the right.
I see what you mean there.
Check flight 624, runway 5, clear to land.
I wonder if it's just that the hole is rounded out where the rivet goes through. I guess it's not a screw or anything. Yeah, this one's solid as a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably just needs to be tightened.
Melbourne clearance, tech flight 652, ready to pick up IFR to Fort Myers.
Tech flight 652, clear to Romeo Sierra Whiskey Airport as filed on departure maintain 2000. Expect 4,010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.95, squawk 7335.
Clear to Romeo Sierra Whiskey as filed, maintain 2,000, 4,010 minutes, frequency 134.95, squawk 7335 for tech flight 652.
Tech flight 652, readback is correct, advise ready.
Alright, so we got a trim set, transponder set, landing light on, flaps 10, mixture rich. Now are we going all the way rich or just slightly rich?
There's good. Yep.
All the way good now? Alright, flaps 10.
Copy 2, proceed to shelter, landing at your own risk.
Switch over to tower. Final approach area is
Melbourne
clear.
Tower, Bucky 541, approximately 5 miles to the west of runway 9.
Melbourne Tower, Cardinal 34287, holding short 9er left at Kilo, ready for departure.
287, I'm on the phone with airport operations, hold short of 9 left.
Holding short 9 left, Cardinal 34287.
Bucky 541, turn back to the airfield, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right, cleared to land, turning back to the airfield, Bucky 541.
And Bucky 541, when I gave you the heading, that was so that you can intercept a 5-mile final. I didn't want you to just fly through final.
Sorry about that for Bucky 541.
Tech flight 624, Foxtrot Victor to the ramp.
Foxtrot Victor back to the ramp.
Bucky 541, you want a full stop taxi back and then depart back northwest?
Sir, full stop taxi back northwest for Bucky 541.
Bucky 541, roger that. Switch to runway 9 left, clear to land.
Roger, 9 left, clear to land for Bucky 541.
November 34287, use caution, you're going to see a helicopter departure and he's landing the Shelter ramp. Make a left turn on course, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Left turn on course, runway 9 left, cleared for takeoff, and we'll be watching for that helicopter traffic, Cardinal 287.
Alright.
Alright. Approach area clear. Alright, I see him down there.
Yep, that's fine. Probably going to shelter or something.
Alright, we're lined up. Power's coming in. Wing correction angle. Engine instruments are green. Airspeed's live. And there's 60. Nose down for 80. Clear of obstacles, flat foot. Alright, now usually they want us to turn out before the VOR, right?
Usually.
Or should we wait till we get to 600 feet like usual?
I'll just wait till 600,
Okay.
700 feet, yeah.
Alright, we are clear on the left, turning left. There's that fire.
Still going.
There's our course 311. Close this. And do our 1,000 foot. That's 25 inches. 2,500.
Alright, your my controls for a second while you get these on.
Okay, your controls.
311 for you.
Alright. Toggles on.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Sovereign Tower, Skyhawk 183 Sierra Papa, over abandoned, full stop, South Sea Hangars with Alpha.
Tower 183 Sierra Papa, over tower, straight in, runway 5, clear to land.
Straight in, runway 5, clear to land, 183 Sierra Papa.
Bucky 541, runway 9 left, taxi via Kilo.
Via Kilo for 9 left, Bucky 541.
Melbourne ground, Twin Techno 397 Mike Tango, Big Blue, VFR to the south, information Alpha.
So 397 Mike Tango, runway 9 left, taxi via Kilo.
Taxi by Kilo, 9 left, 7 Mike Tango.
Alright. And I'm going to go 21 inches.
Tower, are we giving way to this Archer here for your Mike Tango?
That's Mike Tango, you can follow them.
Follow them.
If that's 652, you say I4?
And way off on my heading.
Runway 9 right at Victor, taxi via Victor.
I'll let you know once we're over the end of Lake Washington.
Okay. And let's see. timers. That's just a general purpose timer here. There it is. Generic. Start.
Alright, we are over Lake Washington right now, the northern tip.
Okay, so now I want 359. Feet. Looks like we're climbing though. Wings level here. Altitude's a little high. Should be about 6.5 minutes until you'll be able to see, we'll be beam
Merritt Island?
Merritt Island, yeah.
Okay.
On your side. 2 minutes.
We're ready for takeoff.
And that was calculated at this power setting, 21 inches, 2300?
It was, yes.
Of course.
It was based on a ground speed of 103.
Ground speed's 94.
Alright, so we're going a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Airport 24, member ground, approved as requested.
Off on heading.
Melbourne Tower, type 5652, holding show 9 right, and Victor ready for departure.
Airport 652, member tower, hold short of 9 right at Victor, wait 9 for release.
Sure, 9 right at Victor,
Melbourne Tower, twin take number 397, Mike Tango is holding short, 9 left.
Little high on altitude.
Runway 397, Mike Tango, member tower, hold short of runway 9 left.
Holding short, 9 left, 7 Mike Tango.
Alright, that's 3 minutes.
Flight 652, runway 9
You're
right.
roughly halfway there. I'm going to go ahead and switch over.
Contact, you have Tango. Space formation, Tango, current 2047, observation, wind 04010, visibility 7, sky clear, temperature 260.06, altimeter 3004, runway 36 in use, expect visual approach, pattern altitude 1000, use caution birds while by in the vicinity of the airport.
I would suggest pressing mic 2.
Do what?
Press mic 2 and press COM 1. There we go. And then turn the volume up a little bit on the COM 2.
Oh, yeah. 3004, runway 36 in use, expect visual approach, pattern altitude 1000, use caution birds while by in the vicinity of the airport. Readback runway 77, hold short instructions, advise on initial contact, you have Tango. Space Coast States formation, Tango, current 2047, observation, wind 04010, visibility 7, sky clear, temperature 260.06, altimeter 3004, runway 36 in use, expect visual approach, pattern altitude 1000, use caution birds while by in the vicinity of the airport. Readback runway 77, hold short instructions, advise on initial contact, you have Tango. Space Coast States formation, Tango, current 2047, observation, wind 040.
And press COM 2. There we go.
Okay. Alright, so wind 040 at 10, runway 36 in use.
30 Papa Taxi Delta Victor to your ramp.
So runway 36, they may give us a straight in.
Delta Victor ramp, 1830 Papa.
Make sure I got my, alright, ball centered. A little off on my heading. Get back there.
Tech by 652, contact Orlando departure.
Departure, Tech by 652.
Altitude's good.
That's Mike Tango, you see that Cherokee traffic ahead to the left at 900?
13-9.
Alright, so yeah, runway 36, they may give us a straight in approach for that.
Left wing if you're facing southeast. They're IFR.
I got traffic inside Mike Tango.
Inside Mike Tango, just watch out for them. They're going to RSW. They're what they're
Alright, so that's 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So another minute or so, you should be seeing that we should be a beam Hard Island.
I can see it, but we're not quite
We're not there yet? Okay. Alright. And we are going a little bit slower than calculated, so alright.
Tech by 604, descend down to pad altitude 1000, make it straight into runway 5.
Descending to 1000, straight into runway 5, Tech by 604.
Alright, right rudder.
And you know, if you want to use the rudder trim in flight, I'm okay with that. If you see that you're constantly fighting, I mean, it's nice to have an aircraft that has that.
Yeah.
So, but then you just have to keep straight and level on here. Too bad there isn't an aileron trim, because it loves to be all over the place. Does that feel a little bit easier?
It is a little bit now, yeah. Not fighting it quite as much.
Southern Tower Cherokee 42907 mics on the ILS 9 right. We're going to go
off of my heading though.
to the south. Approach us to ask you for
altitude looks good.
4297 Mike, that's unusual.
Alright.
Continue for 9 right.
We're continuing for 9 right, 42907 mics.
We are a beam right now.
We are a beam right now, 7 minutes. Okay, let's reset that. So we are 10 miles out. Switch over to tower.
And everybody just stand by on ground.
Let's get over here.
Yep.
Alright. Give it a listen for a second, see what's going on here. Bouncy. They don't sound very busy.
Let's just turn off the squelch and see if we hear anything. No, nothing. That's alright.
Alright.
So you can call them up if you want.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, a little bouncy. Titusville Tower, Cardinal 34287, 10 miles to the south with information Tango inbound for full stop.
Cardinal 34287, Space Coast Tower, port 2 mile final, runway 36.
Report 2 mile final, runway 36, Cardinal 34287.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
And where's our top of descent? It's after...
So actually this is about our top of descent here. Okay. I should have done that.
That's alright.
I planned to descend at indicated 120, which I thought I would have to slow down for that, but 500 feet per minute.
Titusville Tower, number 531 for Quebec, holding short runway 36 at Charlie, ready for southwest departure.
Alright, what heading?
Well, we need to get back on there.
Titusville Tower, 75385 Delta, right midfield downwind.
Should have been the same heading.
That's right.
85 Delta, runway 36, clear, touch and go.
Runway 36, clear, touch and go, 85 Delta.
And you can call up Titusville Tower and say that we're going to be a full stop taxi back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Titusville Tower, Cardinal 34287, we're going to be a full stop taxi back.
Cardinal 287, roger.
Cool. Just like to let them know, that's all.
Okay.
5314 Quebec, Space Coast Tower, hold short 36, did you call up ready?
Hold short 36, yeah, we did call. We'll hold short and wait for you. 14 Quebec.
114 Quebec, runway 36 at Charlie, clear for takeoff, left turn southwest.
Just make sure to get that carb heat on as well,
Approved,
like a descent checklist.
35 Delta.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about that. At this point, you've got it basically set. Fixture's fine and everything else. You're also under the fog, so I'll give you some slack there. If you want to go visual, you're more than welcome to.
All right.
Number 89 Romeo.
I think I'll go ahead and do that now.
You're looking for traffic.
Oh, there it is.
Isn't that pretty cool, right?
There they are. All right.
Now for Romeo.
Not bad.
All right, and then distance-wise, we are 5 miles. You said report 2 miles. Okay.
Yep.
And let's see where.
And remember, that's 5 miles from the center of the airport, not necessarily from the end of the runway.
Okay.
So you might want to use perhaps either this as a gauge or just get good at visually judging what a mile or how far a distance would be.
Site for 89 Romeo.
89 Romeo, follow that traffic in and report established on final 36.
All right,
Oh, do you want to go on the map page?
No, I was just going to move the zoom, but that's I'm not going to do that
Yeah,
now.
so you're on, the reason why is you're on the FMS, you got to go map for the zoom.
Tower booking 452 inbound RNAV.
So that's 4 miles.
36 going best.
To the farthest ring, that's 2 miles.
452 Space Coast Tower, circle south of the field for left down.
Yeah, no, you did good.
36, report the circle.
All right, Roger, report left downwind for the circle, and we'll report downwind booking 452.
All right, we're at 1,000 feet. I'm going to add a little power to maintain altitude here.
Yep. I'm going to lean this out a little bit.
Okay.
Feels like number 2 plug's a little fouled.
You know, I think I forgot to lean that after takeoff.
That's okay. Well, I had the controls. I did that, but yeah.
Oh,
just
you
keep
did?
an eye
Okay.
on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd call them from here. There's definitely
Okay.
2 miles.
Titusville Tower, Cardinal 34287 on a 2 mile final, runway 36.
Colonel 287, runway 36, cleared to land.
Runway 36, cleared to land, Cardinal 34287. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to want to slow down here to 90, and we're in the way dark. I'm going to go flaps 10.
Let's do before landing checklist as well.
Alright, before landing checklist. Alright, car heat on, fuel selector on both, mixture is set. Seatbelts are set, prop pro on high RPM. Alright. And at this point, I'm going to go flaps 20, and I'm going to slow down here to 80. At orbit high.
So at this point, if we're pretty high, well, I'll just let you fly. I'll try my best to be quiet.
I'm going to go flaps 30.
There's no terrain, Betty.
Reduce power.
Delta, would it be possible for us to do a shorter approach on this one to a full stop?
45 Delta, extend upwind about a mile, and you might get it. I've aircraft on about 3.5 mile final and a Cirrus on the 9 circle 36.
We'll extend our upwind here. We could also do 360M downwind if that's a possibility, but we'll extend our upwind and go from there. Thank you.
No problem.
Space Coast Tower, Skyhawk 5089 Romeo, we're established on final.
Right on Romeo number 2, following traffic short final, runway 36, clear touch and go. On the go, right traffic, report midfield.
All right, number 2, following the traffic on a short final, and runway 36 clear to land, and after the touch and go, make right traffic for runway 36, right now Romeo.
36, clear touch and go.
36 clear touch and go for now Romeo.
Good. Maintain that center line. And we'll just go to the next one.
All right.
Yep.
And Space Coast Tower, booking 452, short going runway 36.
We'll just go ahead and do a right here on Echo.
287 right on Echo, runway 36, taxi via Echo Alpha.
Right on Echo, runway 36, taxi via Echo, Cardinal 287.
Echo Alpha 34287. No worries.
452 reports testing traffic on a 1 mile final in sight.
That's why I am here to help, sir.
Looking for that traffic, booking 452.
So this is Echo. What is that?
That's a very good question. I have no idea what it is.
Once we get midfield, make a left 360, 85 Delta.
Alright, after the hold short, let's go ahead and do our after landing check
Did you
real
report
quick.
that traffic in sight?
Affirmative, we have that traffic inside, booking 452.
452, number 2, fall traffic, runway 36, clear touch and go or low approach.
Alright, number 2, clear touch and go runway 360.
Carb heat off. Pitot heat off. Cowl flaps open.
Space Coast Tower, booking 541, approximately 8 miles to the south of the airport, requesting full stop taxi back with Tango.
541, Space Coast Tower, report 2 mile final, runway 36.
Got it, 2 mile final on runway 36, we'll report, booking 541.
541, traffic at your 9 o'clock, 1 mile eastbound, altitude indicates 1,600, type unknown.
Have eyes on that for
Yeah, very good
541.
question about what that is. No idea.
Looks like it might belong in space.
Yeah. Do you have your plotter with you?
I do.
Okay. So on the way back to Melbourne, we will practice a diversion with the established flight plan.
Short approach, we'll just do full stop landing now.
Hey, 5 Delta, I can give you a short approach if you want it.
Sure, yeah, we'll take it.
Hey, 5 Delta, short approach approved, 36, clear to land.
Short approach approved, clear to land, runway 36, right there, 5 Delta, thanks.
No problem.
So we'll just ask him for like 2 laps in the pattern, just so you get used to some of the site pictures here. What do you think?
Yeah.
However many you want.
Yeah,
And then,
couple laps sounds good.
Yeah. So just tell him how many you'd like to do, and we can make them either full stop taxi backs or touch and goes. Either way, I'm okay with it.
All right.
And we can just do normal landings.
Hey, 452, execute missed, contact Orlando departure, see it.
Execute missed and then over to departure, booking 452, see ya.
Set, last.
Hey, 5 Delta Fable, right on runway 9.
Like right on runway 9, back to Alpha, 53, 5 Delta.
Hey, 5 Delta, taxi to Park 9 Alpha, this frequency, good day.
Runway Alpha, the park on the field using jet, 53, 5 Delta.
Not a problem.
And Tower 89 Romeo is on the right downwind for tree 6.
541, runway 36,
I would just call him, he'll
clear
tell
to
us.
land.
Tower, are they Titusville Tower or Space
They're
Coast?
Space Coast Towers,
And
yeah.
report traffic on a 1 mile follow in sight. They're at 1,800 feet.
I got that traffic in sight for 89 Romeo.
89 Romeo, number 2 to follow traffic. 36, clear, touch and go.
Number 2, runway 36, clear, touch and go, following that traffic for 89 Romeo, thanks.
Whoever these guys are, they're kind of
54136,
fast.
clear to land.
Oh, there they are.
36, clear to land for...
Coming right at us. Like a Cirrus or something.
Yeah. Space Coast Tower, Cardinal 34287, holding short runway 36 at Alpha. If possible, we'd like to request a couple laps on the pattern, full stop, taxi back.
Cardinal 34287, hold short 36 for arriving traffic.
Holding short runway 36, Cardinal 287.
Space Coast Tower, Bucky 541, going around.
541, right traffic, report midfield.
Right traffic, report midfield for Bucky 541.
Cardinal 287, Cessna, mile and a half right base, runway 36, clear for takeoff, right traffic, report midfield.
Right, runway 36, clear for takeoff, make right traffic, report midfield, Cardinal 34287. Alright, power's coming in. Engine instruments are green. Airspeed's alive. Clear of obstacles.
Space Coast Tower, Bucky 541, reporting that midfield down on runway 36.
541, runway 36, cleared to land.
600 feet, clear on the right.
Yeah, this is a good alternative for your cross country. It's not as busy as Vero or New Smyrna.
Yeah.
Because those places got crazy.
Yeah, they did.
And Space Coast Tower, 89 Romeo, just wondering if there's any way we could get left traffic on this one for a full stop.
89 Romeo, approved as requested.
Approved as requested, 89 Romeo, thank you very much.
No problem.
Space Coast Tower, Cardinal 34287, midfield, right traffic, runway 36.
Cardinal 287, you have traffic on a 1 mile final in sight.
Traffic in sight, Cardinal 287.
Cardinal 287, number 2 to follow that traffic, runway 36, cleared to land.
Okay, number 2 following the traffic, runway 36, cleared to land, Cardinal 287. Alright, so gravity on.
Inbound on the RNAV 9, circle 36.
Three 473 Space Coast Tower, circle south of the field for a left downwind, runway 36, report the circle.
Circle south for left down 1 for 36, and we'll report the circle, buggy 473.
Wait, 9 Romeo, report traffic on a 1 mile right base in sight.
Looking for that traffic, 89 Romeo.
Wait, 541, runway 36, taxi via Echo Alpha.
Alpha for 36, Bucky 541.
Tower Bucky 541, any chance we could get a couple of laps close traffic?
Wait, 541, affirm.
And Tower 89 Romeo, we got that traffic on final in sight.
89 Romeo, that's them, number 2, falling traffic, 36, clear to land.
Number 2, runway 36, clear to land for 89 Romeo, thanks.
Let's try using a 3-6 as our aiming point and see if we can get off on the first taxiway there.
Tower 779 Romeo Alpha, we are
Think of it like short field if you want.
to the west.
Look at you go.
If able, start taxiing, please.
Start that taxi, Bucky 541.
Calling tower, say again.
Good.
Tower 779 Romeo Alpha, we are 10 miles to the west, inbound for pattern work. We have the RNAV traffic in sight.
Good job. Gave you a challenge and you met it. I love it.
779 Romeo Alpha, Space Coast Tower, follow the Sierra's traffic.
So just take this even if he doesn't get
Yeah,
me?
just take Charlie there and he'll probably tell us to hold.
36, and we'll follow the Sierra's traffic in 79 Romeo
Yeah.
Alpha.
Cardinal 287, give way to the Cherokee, taxiing southbound on Alpha, runway 36, taxi via Charlie Alpha.
Okay, we'll give way to the Cherokee. We'll taxi via Charlie Alpha, Cardinal 287.
Runway 36, 363427. Remember to always repeat the runway.
The runway, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So let's just get past the hold short here.
All right.
And then we'll stop once we're clear of the hold short. And do
That must be him down there, okay.
Yeah. And the only reason why I gave you that challenge as well is we had these guys right behind us here.
Okay.
Doing opposite traffic, but you did a really good job with that. Really good.
Better than the first one. First one, we can talk about that later, but
yeah, no worries. I mean, when you bounce like that, you did the good thing, which is
just
hold
held the attitude.
Yep.
And
held the attitude, held the nose off. The only other thing that you could have worked on a little bit there was we were still drifting a little bit, so it's kind of like side loading as we were bouncing.
Okay.
So that wind correction, just holding it as it's coming from the right. But aside from that, happy.
All right, cool. All right, carb heat off. Flaps retract. Extra lane. Pitot heat off and cowl flaps open. And there is the Cherokee.
Yep.
So now we just go ahead and go behind him?
Yep. Yeah, no, those were both really good landings.
All right, we are clear on the left.
He's definitely trying to do a short field landing. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Certainly not as graceful as yours.
Is that Melbourne flight training?
No.
Looks similar to paint job.
Yeah, the paint job's similar, but I don't recognize the tail number. I know they got some new aircraft recently, and they seem to be pretty good about painting it up in their tail flash and everything.
Yeah.
We're at 9 Romeo, taxi to Park Charlie Alpha, this free, good day.
Taxi to Park Charlie via Alpha, this free. Have a good one. For 9 Romeo.
Alright, before takeoff.
Space Coast Tower, Monkey 541 at 36 at Alpha, we're ready for takeoff.
Seatbelts are fastened, trim, landing lights on, transponders set, flaps.
Got it. 36, clear for takeoff, would report midfield and right traffic.
541, will these be taxi backs or touch and goes?
It's going to be taxi back, Bucky 541.
Copy.
Space Coast Tower, Bucky 473, starting that circle to the south of runway 36.
473, traffic departing prior to your arrival, runway 36, clear touch and go or low approach.
Runway 36, clear touching over low approach, Bucky 473, keep an eye out for the traffic.
Alright, he is up. Alright, approach area clear. Space Coast Tower, Colonel 34287, holding short runway 36, ready to go.
Colonel 287, hold short 36 for arriving traffic.
Oh, okay, holding short runway 36, Colonel 287. That must be him there.
Yeah.
Unless there's somebody else.
I just see those two guys. That guy out there and someone else. He's doing like a circle to land kind
I
of
see
thing.
two here, okay.
Because he's coming to full bore the whole time.
Oh yeah, he's all of a sudden he's here.
Which, a little odd for a circling approach. Normally you do that in a landing configuration.
Must be a Cirrus.
We're 9 Romeo Alpha.
No, it's
Give me a
not,
little bit of
actually, it's
space,
a Piper.
traffic will depart prior to your arrival. Your number 236,
Crazy
clear touch and go.
Give me a little bit of space and number 236, clear touch and go.
Actually, never mind, that is a Cirrus. Very good.
It is.
Yeah, it's an older Cirrus.
Number 287, runway 36, clear for takeoff, right traffic, report midfield.
Runway 36, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic, report midfield, Colonel 34287.
Space Coast Tower, Bucky 473 going mid.
3473, execute, climb out, contact Orlando departure, see it.
Contact Orlando departure, Bucky 119.4, Bucky 473.
Space Coast Tower, Bucky 541 on that midfield downward for runway 36.
541, report traffic on a mile and a half left base in sight.
We'll report when I have eyes on that.
Alright, we're lined up, power's coming in. Engine instruments are green. Airspeed's alive. There's 60.
G541, I have eyes on that plan for on final.
541, number 2 default traffic, runway 36, clear to land.
36, followed with traffic, number 2, 541, clear to land.
There's 600 feet, and we are clear on the right. Space Coast Tower, Cardinal 34287 is midfield runway 36, midfield downwind.
Cardinal 287, runway 36, clear to land.
Runway 36, clear to land, Cardinal 34287.
Your choice, midfield, soft field, short field, however you like to do it.
Alright. So I'm going to go carb heat, throttle, reduce power here, right away dark, flaps 10.
Three 541, runway 36, taxi via Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Alpha 36, Bucky 541.
Midfield, right downwind, runway 36779, Romeo Alpha.
Number 7, Romeo Alpha, number 2 to follow. South traffic short final, runway 36, clear touch and go.
Number 2, looking for traffic, runway 36, clear touch and go. Traffic inside 79, Romeo Alpha.
Space Coast Tower, Bucky 541, requesting northwest departure.
Cool, we'll just run it down to the next one. That was good, man.
That was not too bad. Yep.
Only critique, since I have to do that, is maybe center line a little bit more, but
Okay.
it's fine. You could kind of feel like once we touch down, we were still drifting a little bit off.
Yep.
Number 287, right on Echo, runway 36, taxi via Echo Alpha.
Right on Echo, runway 36, taxi via Echo Alpha, Cardinal 34287.
Cool.
Alright, so this one will, depart to the south?
Yeah, departure to the south is fine. And you have a flight plan going back to Melbourne as well?
No, I did not
That's
do
fine.
an actual plan for that.
That is perfectly fine.
Alright, flaps up, carb heat off. Mixture.
Alright, so your choice then. We can take off, depart to the south, do foggle work on the way, or, and we can keep doing foggle work a little bit. We don't necessarily have to go right back to Melbourne. We could depart to the south, and I could say, well, Melbourne's not an option. Let's do a diversion to Valkyria, and from our present position,
Okay.
I'd like you to show me how you would calculate on a sectional, like basically your distance, time to go, and approximate heading to that diversion point.
Let's see what I got back here.
So if you need me to...
if you want to reach back there, somewhere in my bag, you'll find a plotter.
Here we go.
Alright, and over here I'll find a sectional.
That's alright, we'll worry about that in the air, but...
Alright, got the tools ready.
Yes, sir. That's a bit different. What's that?
Ah.
Glass
looks
air.
like a diamond.
Oh yeah, it could be a diamond. Diamonds and glassers look very similar.
Wait 541, runway 36, clear for takeoff, left turn, northwest approved.
Runway 36, clear for takeoff, Bucky 541, northwest approved. Left turn.
Grumman Tiger.
Grumman, okay. Alright, before takeoff, trim for takeoff, flaps 10. The mixture is like rich. Lights on, flaps are set, transponder set, approach area is clear. Space Coast Tower, Cardinal 34287, holding short runway 36 at Alpha. We're going to do a VFR departure to the south.
Cardinal 287, runway 36, clear for takeoff, left or right turn southbound approved.
Runway 36, cleared for takeoff, and we'll do a left turn out on course. Cardinal 34287.
Alright.
Alright, approach area is clear. Need a little bit of brake to make that turn. Alright, power's going in. Engine instruments are great. Airspeed delay, there's 50. And there's 60.
With 7 Romeo Alpha, runway 36, clear touch and go. And 9 Romeo Alpha, sorry, 36, clear touch and go.
6, clear touch and go, 9 Romeo Alpha.
And we're clear of obstacles.
Wait 541, frequency change approved, see it.
Frequency change approved for Bucky 541.
Alright, looks like we're clear on the left. Go ahead, turn left. And there's the nuclear stacks over there.
Yep. That's a familiar sight. That would be, I know I'm close to home when I used to fly out of Orlando a lot. Interesting. See down there? Those are munitions bunkers.
Where's that?
I'll show you real quick. My controls.
Alright, your control.
Look down.
Yes.
See those kind of weird mounds?
Okay, yeah.
With the doors?
Yeah.
Those are all munitions bunkers.
Alright, yeah, interesting.
Your controls again.
Alright, my controls.
Your controls.
98 Romeo, hold short 36 for arriving traffic.
Hold short 36, 1598 Romeo.
I wonder what used to go on out here.
Alright, so this must be I-95 below us. I'm guessing.
Number 287, just remain west of the center line for 36. I have traffic on about a 7-mile final. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Alright, we're remaining west of the center line. Frequency change approved. Cardinal 34287.
Tesco Starbucks Post 3 inbound on Diversion runway 36.
6463 Space Coast Tower.
Anything that brings up to 2,000 or 3,000 feet, whatever altitude you like to.
Okay.
November 98 Romeo, runway 36, clear for takeoff, right traffic, report midfield.
Okay, runway 36, clear for traffic.
We'll go up to 3,000.
Report midfield downwind
All right.
for 1598 Romeo.
And just kind of parallel 95 here, I guess. Or, wait. That would be 95 right there, wouldn't it?
What was that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Are we directly over 95?
Yeah, this would be
Okay,
95 right here, right below us, and goes straight out that way.
Okay.
That looks like, this is the 528 interchange, or
Okay.
520 interchange.
Probably 520, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, 520 is the one that goes over to Merritt Island.
Okay,
Do
so
we see,
yeah, so that, yeah, 520, you're right. So 520 is
520
520 split, that's it.
That's
whatever
probably
this is over here.
Okay, that could be 528. That one.
We're pilots, why do we need Google Maps when we're flying, trying to figure out the road?
98 Romeo, make right traffic to follow the aircraft in the right cross one.
That looks like an airstrip over that way, doesn't it?
98 Romeo will make right
So it's cut out.
Yeah, that big
Yeah, there's
thing
like a
over there.
vertical cut out there in the trees.
Yeah. Okay, so I know what this is. So 520, or yeah, so this is 528 right here.
Okay.
It goes over the St. John's and all that stuff right here. And this is where it splits off to turn into 95.
Okay, okay.
Right, 528
Yep,
splits
yep,
off,
yep.
and then goes 95 and 528 Causeway.
Okay, yep.
And then this is the 520 Causeway over there. I'm pretty sure that's what 520 is, yeah, because that takes you across to Cocoa.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that traffic he was talking about that was going to be west of, or that we had to remain west of. So
Yep, there
we're
is.
getting to this point,
There
we're pretty high up.
Alright, yep. Alright, we'll level out here.
Tesco Tower, November 5314 Quebec, 6 miles to the west, requesting closed traffic with information uniform.
And I see the fire up ahead.
November
Yeah, another fire.
5314 Quebec,
Yeah, that is a different one, isn't it?
3 mile left base, runway 36.
What was it?
For 3 mile left base for runway 36, 5314 Quebec.
Is that a different fire?
That's a different fire, which is kind of
Seems
funny.
farther west, yeah.
Yeah. When I was flying back from Charlotte on American, we flew right over that same field and they were doing another controlled burn, so I wonder if it's a similar kind of thing they were doing.
Tesco Starbucks 463, 2 miles out, runway 36, inbound on ILS runway 36.
Runway 463, runway 36, clear touch and go or low approach.
Clear touch and go, low approach with 463.
Downwind for 36779 Romeo Alpha.
9 Romeo Alpha, report traffic off your right wing on a 1 mile final in sight.
Traffic in sight, 79 Romeo Alpha.
9 Romeo Alpha, number 2 to follow that traffic, 36, clear
That's
touch
Merritt
and go.
Island.
Is that Merritt Island Airport right there?
Clear touch and go, 79 Romeo Alpha.
Tesco Tower, 98 Romeo, downwind, midfield.
9 Romeo, you have traffic at your 12 o'clock on the right base in sight.
Traffic at 12 o'clock is in sight.
Let's go ahead and just Monitor what's going on at Melbourne as we fly
639, Melbourne ground,
through here.
5, taxi via Victor.
Alright, so this is probably that Lake Poinsett. That's Maritime Island, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, that's probably this lake here.
656 Mike Fox. Any chance we can make this one a
Yeah, it looks
go
like
around?
it.
Just do a right pattern, come back around 9 right.
So Lake Washington is up that way.
Yep.
Negative 6 Mike Fox, unable pattern work.
Roger, 6 Mike Fox.
And then Melbourne Tower, just want to verify for the way 22, you want us to stop at the descent at 15, or can we go all the way down to pattern altitude at 1,000?
Yes, sir. I want you to maintain at or above 1,500 till you turn downwind. And once you get on the southeast side, you can begin your VFR descent. And no teardrop. It'll just be a right turn for downwind. You're going to follow a Cherokee on the base.
815, Roger, maintain 1,500, and you said no need for the teardrop descent to left downwind for runway 5?
It'll be a right turn for downwind, Riddle 822, a right downwind, affirmative, no teardrop.
815, Roger, we're continuing to descend down the traffic pattern altitude, we're into a left downwind for runway 5, and we'll be looking for that traffic on the opposite side.
Roger, and you keep calling yourself Riddle 815, I just want to confirm it's Riddle 822, correct?
Yes, sir, sorry about that, Riddle 822.
Roger that.
Melbourne Tower, tech flight 639, holding short runway 5 at Victor, ready for departure.
Tech flight 639, traffic's on a 2-mile base, runway 5, clear for takeoff, proceed on
You want to
course.
fly on some foggles real quick, eat up some time until I make
Yeah, let's do that.
November 3 Sierra Papa, Melbourne ground, runway 5 via Victor.
Here you go.
Alrighty. Alright, foggle going on.
Alright, my eyes are peeled for traffic.
Okay.
Tower, Forestry 401. We're all done here. Like to depart to the west.
Alright, so my altitude's a little, wings level
Change
here.
crew. See ya, and thanks again for the help.
Foggle's going on, and instantly we start rocking and rolling.
Southeast side of the
How it's
field
supposed to be.
for a right downwind. Where you're at now, you're going to have to make a left turn for base. You didn't do anything that I wanted you to do.
22, sorry, I thought you said we can just make a right turn, so there was no need for the teardrop entry.
That's right. That is correct. So you would have made a right turn. The runway would have been off your right. You would have been on a right downwind. Now the runway's off your left. So you have to make a left base, which is exactly the opposite of what I wanted you to do. Make a left base for runway 5. Runway 5, clear to land.
I'll give you a suggested heading.
Okay.
I'll use a green one here if you like that. 195.
195.
Melbourne Tower, Sky 656 Mike.
So
Fox. You're gonna wanna make a
195
left here in
on ahead,
Quebec.
there we
You can
go.
explain it, but you can't understand it for him.
6
Okay.
Mike Fox, affirmative, cross
That would be
9
right
left. You can taxi
turn.
ramp via Kilo 1.
Not too steep though.
Quebec, Kilo 1 to the ramp.
Keep
Cross
altitude
9
at
and left,
3,000.
Mike Fox.
Have a good one.
There's 195 there. Wings level.
There we go.
Altitude. Wings level.
Melbourne Tower, Sky 6124 Delta, abandoned with Bravo, request full stop north side, and we got that Riddle guy in sight.
6124 Delta, Roger. We're going to start using 9 left again. There's no more aircraft over that wildfire. Enter right base to runway 9 left, report a 2-mile base.
Base 9 left, report 2-mile base, 6124 Delta. Tower, 3 Sierra Papa, short 5, Victor, ready for departure.
There's 3 Sierra Papa Tower, hold short, runway 5. Traffic's turning about a 2-mile final.
Heading is off. There's
Yeah, just a second.
195.
Copy that, hold short 5, 3 Sierra Papa.
Tech flight 628, Romeo Fox Victor to the ramp.
Romeo Fox to the ramp, tech flight 628, thank you.
November 3 Sierra Papa, runway 5, clear for takeoff. Proceed on course, traffic on a 2-mile final. Skyhawk.
Runway 5, clear for takeoff on the roll, 3 Sierra Papa.
Riddle 822, 1 departure prior to your arrival.
Departure prior to my arrival, Riddle 822. And 20 Melbourne Tower, just want to verify for runway 22, clear to land 5.
Runway 22, that's correct. Clear to land, runway 5. The current winds are 050 at 13.
Runway 22, thank you, sir. Runway 5, clear to land.
You're welcome. November 24 Delta, runway 9 or left, clear to land.
And left, clear to land, 612 Delta.
Doing pretty good. Let's change it up a bit. Go ahead and give me a climb to 4,000 feet on a heading of 195.
Heading of 195, a climb to 4,000 feet. Now, do you want me to climb prop full?
Yep.
Yeah.
Prop full or 2,500. And remember, with the climb, prop moves first or increase of power, prop first, then manifold.
All right. Get back on my heading.
So something that helps out with the instrument scan I've found, at least for me personally working with this, and it seemed to work with
taxi back, is that correct?
Sindur and also Jean-Eric, is I do a circular scan with this.
Okay.
Because normally the attitude indicator would be here, then you have your airspeed, and you do sort of like a V or a radial V pattern. But I find that a circular scan helps out. So check your attitude, airspeed, altitude, vertical speed, coordination, heading, and then just back.
22, Roger, we're just stopped here on the way at Romeo and just run some checklist.
I practiced some toggle work myself in the Cardinal, and I was wondering why my scan wasn't working like it used to, because I used to fly IFR a lot.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, that's right, because the attitude indicator is no longer right in the middle where the airspeed indicator is. It's actually flopped because they needed space, I guess, and they didn't want to move some of the plumbing for the pitot-static system. So that's what they did.
Okay.
Melbourne Tower, 0815, 2,500, 10 nautical miles northwest of the airport, full stop with information Bravo.
0815 Melbourne Tower, are you parking here? You said full stop.
15, full stop, taxi back.
0815, proceed to a left base to runway 9 left, enter a 2-mile left base, and report on that base.
0815, report 2-mile left base, runway 9er left. And runway 15 will report that 2-mile left base for runway 9er left.
Melbourne Tower, November 9812 Juliet, ILS 9 right.
November 9812 Juliet, Melbourne Tower, runway 9 right, cleared low approach.
9 right, cleared low approach, 12 Juliet.
And I'd also suggest leaning out a little bit, the mixture there, since we're above 3,000.
Okay.
43 Charlie Kilo, ground, runway 9 left, taxi via Mike Kilo.
Alright, heading.
Alright, go ahead and go visual for a second.
Okay.
And we'll go foggles in a little bit.
Alright.
Alright, so look to your left and you see Melbourne.
Okay, there's Melbourne Airport, yes.
We're going to use today as an example. The wildfire has taken over the approach area.
Okay.
We cannot get to Melbourne. They have closed the airport.
Alright.
We need to get fuel, so we cannot go back to Titusville. It's too far away now.
Alright.
So it leaves us really only one option, which is now Valkyria. So from our position, I want you to go ahead and calculate our approximate heading to Valkyria, and also a distance, and also a time. And we can even use the ground speed on here to help base our calculation if you'd like.
Traffic. So this complicates things because this is the Jacksonville sectional. I think if you reach back in my bag, I might have a Miami sectional there.
And it looks like there is a Miami sectional. Yes, this is a Miami
Brand
section.
new, unopened. Alright. So that'll be the first step, is to do some origami here and figure out.
Tower 6124 Delta, clear 9 left, Mike 1.
4 Delta, thank you. Taxi via Kilo 1 to your ramp.
Kilo 1 to the ramp, have a good night.
Alright, there's Melbourne.
You do the same.
Alright, so step one, we know that we are west of Melbourne, over here somewhere.
Is there a lake or something that we just passed?
We are over some sort of body of water that looks like this.
Alright.
So, and we want to go to Valkyria for fuel?
Yes.
Alright, so make sure we're stable here. Valkyria for fuel. That's Sebastian, there's Valkyria right there. North is that the way. And keep looking for traffic while I do this. It looks like we've got a heading there, 128. Area there. Add up with the chart, 125. 125 true, and then we need to add 7. So 132.
Alright.
132. Let me go ahead and I guess I'll use the course pointer for that. 132.
Melbourne Tower.
And I'm going to go ahead and turn that direction.
Romeo, currently about
I'm going to start a timer too, just keep track of
Alright.
how long we've been heading this way.
And how far is
Now I
that?
need to figure out distance here, but let me get on our heading first.
For a practice, you want to practice instrument approach?
We want to maintain VFR and then just shoot a practice approach, just with you, sir, if it's possible. 23 Romeo.
Do that. They've got several inbound.
Pretty good, right?
Okay, so we're heading that
the instrument
direction
approaches ahead
now.
of you.
And just one thing to pay attention for. So that's
So that is
statute.
statute. We want nautical miles.
3495.
Move this thing around. Alright, here we are. Alright, so we were that lake.
On my 9 left, clear land. There is a sky
Valkyria's here.
final, the 9 right.
Middleway 15, 9 left, clear land.
I'm seeing about my altitude here. Yeah, let's see, Valkyria about
3 o'clock and
10, 11, 12, 13 miles.
Okay.
So I'm going to say there's abandon. 13 miles, and we're speed 120, about 2 miles per minute, so about half of that, about 6 minutes out.
Okay.
So 6 minutes, 13 miles, we got plenty of fuel to get there. Although we're going there to get fuel because we need fuel, but
Yeah.
We're actually going to the service center. Yeah.
What did I say, about 6 minutes, and we've been going a
Do you know if
minute
it's, because they've got
and a
3
half,
spots.
so we're about 5-ish minutes out.
Charlie or Golf.
And at 9 gallons per hour, I'm not going to make you go through all that, but they will ask you that. So how many gallons will we burn then in 6 minutes? 9 gallons per hour.
12 Juliet.
In 6 minutes, that's a tenth of an hour,
Departure 12 Juliet.
so 0.9 gallons.
There we go.
43 Charlie Kilo, holding short, 9 left to Kilo, ready for departure.
Source 43 Charlie Kilo traffic.
Very good, Sean.
We are still on our heading.
Yeah, it's pointing us right towards Valkyria. So
That
you
is
did good.
Valkyria. Okay,
Yeah.
there it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
9 left, clear for takeoff.
we have 0.4 on the
One departure prior.
foggle time. How much do you need again? He's
I needed 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah. Alright, so
6 more minutes. I'll make our toll tree a little bit more.
Alright.
So my controls real quick.
Alright, your controls.
My controls. And let me just mark. Okay, that's 5.3.
You're on the north side of the field.
123.3.
Field 7 November Victor, thanks.
Southwest Prax Sierra Cardinal 34287. We are over the north end of Street Patterns, 4,000 feet, flying southbound BAI and unusual latitudes. Alright, So we'll do some unusual attitude recovery.
Okay.
So as I'm maneuvering us to the practice area, go ahead and talk me what you would do if all of a sudden you see that your speed is decreasing, your altitude is increasing, and you're at a low power setting.
Speed is decreasing, altitude increasing, low power setting. So I'm going to add power.
Yep.
I'm going to add power, and I'm going to pitch down a little bit to try to pick up speed.
All right, cool. So also if you're in a turn, level the wings first,
And if I'm in
get you away from the stall.
Right.
All right,
and
so let's
keep the ball centered.
Yep.
Okay.
And then if you're in a nose low condition, or nose low attitude, your speed is increasing and you have high power, what would you do?
Nose load, attitude, speed is increasing, high power. I'm going to reduce power and raise the nose.
Yep, and level the wing should be there as well.
Level the wings first.
Yep, and that's just going to unload the airplane a little bit, and also, you know, you're, instead of giving up part of your lift for a horizontal component, it's all vertical now, so that helps out.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll start with some unusual attitudes here then. I'll just do a quick clearing turn.
Bigelow, Cerrito 842. Cerrito 842, can we have 20-minute extension, please?
I see some traffic below us. He's no factories, 2,000, almost 3,000 feet below us. Hotel West Prax Air Cardinal 34287 over. Street patterns 4,000 feet. Unusual attitudes BAI. Hotel East, Hotel West. Alright. Alright, sir. So, for these, key thing is remember when you are increasing power, if you have to increase power, prop first, then throttle.
Okay.
Right? If you're decreasing, you can just go car beat and then throttle. You don't have to worry about properly until you recover. So I'll go ahead and put us in some unusual attitudes here.
Okay.
So when you're ready, just put your heads down, head down, and I'll go ahead and do that. All right, ready?
Okay, ready.
And the shadows don't help very much.
Feel some G's there.
Your controls.
Oh, my controls. All right, wings level. We are descending. I'm going to add power. I'm going to. We're still descending, aren't we? All right, climb out of this. All right, now we're climbing.
Alright, so the one thing, remember, here actually, here, we'll do an exercise real quick.
Okay.
Let's see, we're at 5.4, I'll just mark that down. Go ahead and hand me the foggles, and I want you to put me in an unusual attitude, doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
Alright, your controls.
Alright.
Go ahead and make me sick. I've already done it so much to you. So it doesn't matter what it is, you can go ahead and do it.
Alright, your controls.
My controls. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, not to backfire, level the wings, and then just bring the nose up gently.
Okay.
Alright, once I have everything under control, I'll just bring some power back in. There we go. I'll just bring it back to 21 inches manifold pressure. Take out that carpet, it'll help a little bit. 21, 23. Okay, there we go.
Alright.
So go ahead and put me in a nose high one with a low power setting.
Okay.
And I know what I'm getting into, but I just want to show you what it'll look like with the engine controls. So your controls.
Alright, my controls. Alright, your controls.
My controls. Alright, so first thing is I'm going to level the wings, lower the nose, prop full, and then increase power. Alright, I see positive airspeed, just level the wings, alright, nose is up. Now that I've recovered, I'm just going to bring it back to 21 and 2300. Let's go a little bit past that. 21 and 2300. So the key thing is, and I'll just demonstrate this with us both seeing. If I do something like this, right, let's go ahead, right, and I see this, right, I see my airspeed's decreasing. The first thing would be lower the nose, full prop, full power.
Okay.
And you want full prop first, always when you're applying power, because that's going to give you the most speed, most thrust, right, and then full power on the recovery there. So the reason why also you want to make sure is you don't want to stress the propeller, because the propeller's moving slow, but you have a lot of force on the engine trying to make it spin faster, and the governor's limiting it, so you don't want to really stress it out too much.
Okay.
Alright, so always go prop first and then throttle. Alright. Back to 21 inches. There we go. There you go.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and give you a few more.
Alright.
And then we can go get fuel at Valkyria. Head on back.
Okay.
Alright. So my controls.
Your controls.
And I'll go ahead and put you in an unusual attitude.
Alright.
Alright, ready?
Ready.
India traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha at 2000, climbing to 3500, abeam Valkyria, heading south over the shoreline. Valkyria. India.
Your controls.
Alright, my controls. Okay, we're losing airspeed. I'm going to go.
Remember, prop
full.
4 miles.
Wings level. Increase power.
Northwest. India
there we go.
Alright, airspeed is building up again.
Good.
Altitude is... Alright, now we're climbing.
And I know that a lot of the instrument scan, we focus on a lot of the other instruments, and I don't want to say ignore wholly, but we do really ignore the attitude indicator in part. But you can use it on recovery from an unusual attitude. It's not a bad thing.
Okay.
So see that what we're doing right now, we're pitching up and we're slowing down, right? So let's go ahead and put the nose down. Right, let the speed build up. And one thing I did is I messed with the trim there, and now you're fighting the trim. So go ahead and trim it so that we're at a level pitch attitude. There we go. And now you can start recovering with the engine.
Okay.
So now, or sorry, configuring with the engine.
Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit on. There's 21. Back to 23.
There we go. And now we can start focusing on maintaining either an altitude or a heading or something.
Okay. Alpha, beam Barefoot Bay over the shoreline at 3,000 feet, going to climb to 3,500, then turn west to go to hotel. India.
Alright, not bad.
Alright,
so just remember, when you're increasing power,
prop first, then increase power.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when you're decreasing power, throttle, and then, well, just throttle really.
Okay.
Alright, so my controls again, one more.
Alright, your controls.
43 Charlie Kilo over Lake Winder and doing
so head down.
Bravo practice there.
What maneuvers?
Roller coaster.
Alright, your controls.
Alright, my controls. Alright, so... Alright. I want to add
my controls again.
Alright, your controls.
My controls. So what were we doing there?
So we were descending. Airspeed was getting pretty high.
Yeah.
Because we were, descending fast. So I should have reduced power.
Yep, I would have pulled power to idle.
Pulled power to idle, okay.
And then just let it bleed off.
Okay.
Right. Wings level. And bring up the nose gently.
Okay.
So that's the key thing I was looking for there. So remember, we'll see what this is doing first and see what the airspeed's doing.
Okay.
Right. So if everything indicates that we're in a dive, airspeed's increasing, altitude's decreasing, and nose is in the brown, then We're going to recover by pulling power first, leveling the wings, slowly raising the nose. So we'll try that one more time.
All right.
Ready?
Okay, ready?
Hotel West traffic, check flight 639, 2000 over the southern portion of the flooded farm field, about 3 miles to the
Your
west
controls.
of
All right, my controls. All right, so wings level.
Tracking. Hotel
Airspeed's increasing. All right, power idle. Car feed on.
There we
Get the
go.
nose level. There it is.
Once airspeed's under control.
Airspeed's coming back. All right, it's power back in.
All right.
We're still descending
India
here.
traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha.
There we go.
Sebastian Inlet, mid-river, heading west at 3500. Climbing to, holding at 3500. Heading to Hotel, India.
All right, and go ahead and turn us to the left for traffic there, to heading of 270.
All right, left 270.
Hotel West Praxair Cardinal 34287 is over the western edge of the flooded farm fields by the Square Lake, 3,000 feet BAI unusual altitudes. All right, I have them in sight, no factor.
Skyhawk 80 November, 3 miles south of abandoned at 2,000 feet, heading northwest, Hotel East.
So go ahead and give us a level climb, or sorry, a straight climb on a heading of 270, back to 3,000 feet.
All right, so carbon heat.
Propeller.
Propel.
There we go. That's increasing, yeah.
And we are increasing our propeller first, okay.
1,900 climbing, heading southbound, Bravo traffic.
Hotel East, Skyhawk 739, Golf Quebec, over Barefoot Bay at 2,000 feet, heading north towards Melbourne, back to Melbourne.
Hotel East, Hotel West traffic, check flight 639 over the Silos 2000 eastbound, setting up for unusual altitudes. Hotel East, Hotel West.
All right, there we are, 3,000 feet.
Traffic to flight 631 over Sebastian Inlet, 1,800 northbound along the shoreline, Sebastian traffic.
All right.
So we're a little bit above altitude here.
That's all right. Just get back on altitude and heading.
And heading.
Hotel West traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha, entering the area at I-95 and the canal at 3,000 feet, transiting to west, Hotel East.
Still climbing again.
No worries. So just keep your heading and then just trim the airplane to maintain your altitude. So one thing at a time, right?
All right.
And sometimes you just want to add control pressure first, feel what it does, and then trim to relieve.
Yeah.
Versus flying with the trim.
Heading looks much good. Heading looks good. Altitude's getting there.
All right, look at that attitude indicator. See what that's also doing and indicating to you.
All right. All right, now.
There we go. So now just 3,000 feet. And remember,
okay, so now
your attitude, which is straight and level,
okay, 3,000
is not
feet.
necessarily always right on the horizon.
430.
So sometimes it's a little bit below or a little bit above, like a slow flight. Alright. So go ahead and book a heading of east. Actually, I'll go ahead and take the controls, and I'll put us in one more unusual attitude, and we'll call it good. Ready?
Alright, your control.
My controls.
Alright.
Your controls.
Alright, my controls. Alright, wing is level, airspeed is slow. I'm going to add some power. Prop first. Alright, airspeed's coming up. We're still descending.
There we go.
Alright, there's... Get back to... Alright. 21 inches. 300.
Alright, whenever you're ready, you can go visual.
Okay.
And we'll just maintain 3,000 feet or so, 3,500 you can also use.
Right.
And let's go to Valkyria. Actually, that's enough fuel for that. Yeah, we'll just go to Valkyria, get fuel real quick.
Go to Valkyria, okay. Alright, sun is that way, so east is probably the other way.
Overall, really good. Only thing is, just remember, increasing that power setting, prop first.
Okay.
Hotel West traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha on the north end of the Square Lake at 3500, transiting to the west side of the area. Hotel West.
Is there a nearest list on here?
There is a nearest list. You have to go, though.
Gotta go to FMS.
FMS, info.
There's the nearest tab over there.
Yeah.
Valkyria, and then, there it is.
That's their Unicom.
And then, does not have their, do I have to get more info on it?
Yep. And then just scroll down the list there.
Weather.
Left base 10, that's a go, turning final,
I think actually, let's see here. Shrink this. Let's see. Communications. There we go.
There it is. All right.
A1.
Okay. And
47 Zulu. Wind 050 at 09er. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 22. Dew point 09er. Altimeter 3002. Remarks. Density altitude 79er 0.
In calm or no wind conditions, use runway 14. Please refrain from touch and goes when there are more than 3 aircraft in the traffic pattern. Transient aircraft, chalk your aircraft on the asphalt east of the administration building. All tie downs on the flight line have been assigned to base aircraft.
Valkyria Airport. Automated weather observation. 2248 Zulu. Wind 050 at 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 22, dew point 09er. Altimeter 3002. Remarks. Density.
Alright, so based off the 050.
Wind is 050, so probably runway 10.
Alright.
50 degree crosswind from the left. Now runway 10, the entry on that, we'd need to be kind of northeast of the...
Traffic 23 your proper departure leg.
Alright.
So we could overfly the field and turn back to join.
Yeah, we absolutely could.
Ocean Reef, jet share 743.
So I'll just let you talk me through everything here, and then I just want to see how you set up. So do you see Valkyria?
So I think I see it off to my left here, about 11 o'clock.
Jet share 743 is 15 minutes out with predicted base runway 6. Tech flight 631, how do you reach? 3000, and we will need refuel upon arrival.
Carrier traffic system, entry your proper turn left crosswind 10, carrier.
Carrier traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike, we're currently 4 to the north of the airfield, we're setting up for 45, left downwind runway 10, Valkyria. Final, runway 6, full pitch, 743, Captain.
Carrier traffic system, entry your proper turn left downwind 10, Valkyria.
Carrier traffic, Cherokee 603, Foxtrot.
Alright, let's look at the sectional real quick.
10.
And with the plotter, let's measure what 10 miles would be from Valkyria.
Traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike, 3 to the north of the airfield.
West
At 1,500, descending down to 1,000. Setting up for 45, left downwind, runway 10, Valkyria.
Come on, second. There's Okeechobee. I think we want to do this here. Alright, so here's Valkyria, and we are somewhere... That's nautical miles. 10 miles.
That's 5 miles on the sectional. There we go. 10 miles there. There we go. Yep.
5 miles. 10 miles. Okay.
So we're basically there. I mean, if you look right here, see the power lines?
Okay.
Yeah, the power lines come down this way and bend over that way. So right at the bend of the power lines here.
Okay. So we are 10 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that aircraft at Venice, what runway are you landing on?
100. Carrier traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike, 1,000 feet, and we're setting up for the 45, left downwind, runway 10, full stop, carrier.
Miles to the northwest on instrument approach for 13, and we'll be circling to 31.
Alright, so let's just call them up. So we're 10 miles, and we'll be overflying the field, setting up for the 45 degree entry.
Carrier traffic, 23 your proper turn, final 10, touch and go. Carrier.
Carrier traffic, Cardinal 3427, about 10 miles to the west. We're going to be overflying the field, probably about 2,000 feet, maneuvering to the northeast, setting up for an entry for runway 10, Valkyria.
Okay, traffic, Turkey 624 Fox Tango, crosswind 10, Valkyria. Carrier traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike, left downwind, runway 10, full stop.
Carrier traffic, tech flight, Cherokee 603, Fox Tango, departure leg runway 10, going to be departing
descent. We want to enrich on the mixture for descent.
That's good right there.
All right, yeah. Good, and we'll go ahead and reduce power here. All right, 500 feet per minute.
Carrier traffic, 60420, 9 mile final for 13, circle to 31, Venice traffic.
Carrier traffic, Cessna 183, Papa departure leg 10 left closed traffic, Bulk area.
Bulk area traffic, to the mic, left base 10, full stop, bulk area.
Okay, traffic Cherokee 624 Fox Tango, downwind 10, okay. Carrier traffic, Cessna 183, Papa is turning left crosswind 10, full stop, bulk area.
Bulk area traffic, Seneca 500 on mic, final 10, full stop, bulk area.
Bulk area traffic, Cardinal 34287, about 4 miles west. We're going to be overflying field at 2000, setting up for an entry for runway 10, bulk area.
Carrier traffic, Cessna 183, Papa turn left downwind 10, okay. Okay, traffic Cherokee 624 Fox Tango, base 10, okay.
And Ocean Reef Unicom, citation 38 Hotel Delta. The 38 Hotel Delta is about 10 minutes out. We'll be dropping 7 passengers, and they should have a ride there. And we won't be needing any service.
Okay, traffic, Cessna 183, your problem, left base 10, full stop, okay. Okay, your traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike is clear of runway 10 and back taxiing to the hold short on runway 14, back here.
Bulk area traffic, Cardinal 34287 is over the field, heading north, setting up for an entry for runway 10, bulk area.
And bulk area traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike is back taxiing on runway 14 to the taxiway. Carrier traffic, Cessna 183, Papa is final number 2 for runway 10, bulk area. Okay, your traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike is clear of runway 1432 at Alpha 4 and taxiing back to a hold short runway 10. Okay. Air traffic, Cessna 183, Papa, short final 10, full stop, okay.
Bulk area traffic, Cardinal 34287 is entering 45 for left downwind runway 10, bulk area.
Okay, traffic track 5090 Echo is on a 10-mile final for 10, Arnett Bravo, okay. Okay, traffic Cessna 183, your Papa is clear of active 10 Bravo, taxiing to the field farm, bulk area.
Valkyrie traffic, Colonel 34287, turning left downwind, runway 10, Valkyrie. Alright, we're being the touchdown point here. Drop full, fuel selector on both, curb heat on. Slow down, speeds in the way dark, flaps 10. Valkyrie traffic, Colonel 34287, turning left base runway 10, Valkyrie. Valkyrie traffic, Colonel 34287, turning final runway 10, Valkyrie.
Okay, your traffic, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike, holding short, runway 10 at Echo 1, Valkyria.
Okay, traffic, Sky 5090 Echo is 7 miles on the RNAV, Bravo, circle 10, Valkyria.
There we go.
Not pretty.
That's all right. So we were still floating pretty sideways. Crap. So a little bit more of that wing low correction, and that would have been good. So we can just get off here on Bravo. That's all right. So while we get fuel, we'll just debrief.
Okay.
Hey, at least you didn't skid the tires, though.
Valkyrie traffic, Colonel 34287, clear of runway 10, Valkyrie. Alright, so after landing, laps are checked, curb heat off, mixture green. Pitot heats off, gal flaps open. Yeah, so after landing, I felt like I was still drifting a little bit.
Yeah.
And I felt sinking a little bit fast, so I added some power. Wheels touched down, and then I think we wanted to come back up. But
yeah, so
Valkyria traffic, Seneca 50.
clear right.
Key thing I saw there with that landing was just remember to keep that crosswind correction, so that wing low technique. I didn't say anything. I've been trying my best to stay quiet and just see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wing low technique, and then that rudder to keep the nose in line.
Yeah,
with
we weren't
the
quite aligned with the runway there
Yeah.
in the last, after a round out.
So that's why I'm always looking at the windsock too to gauge how much of a crosswind it is. It shows right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty direct for a crosswind.
Clear traffic.
Alright, so we have some guys over there. We're just going to taxi behind them and shut down.
The RNAV Bravo, circle 10. Okay.
And we can probably come this way, see these guys right here for fuel. So we'll just go behind them and then shut down. We'll just push it up as we need.
Taking off 10, left low. Bulgaria.
Yeah, right here is fine.
Alright. Shut it down here? Or just...
I would say so.
Okay. Alright, so parking brake is set, throttle 12.
Well, actually, is he about to? It's hard to tell.
Huh.
Yeah, I'd just say shut it down here versus spending money on the ground here.
Alright, so parking brake set, throttle 1200, transponder is set.
Valkyria traffic system with 1830 Papa, turning left base 10, touch and go, Valkyria.
Okay, traffic Skyhawk 671 Alpha, 3 miles southwest of the field at 1800, descending to 1500, all overfly and join the downwind for 10, Valkyria.
Valkyria traffic system 1830 Papa, left base for 10, touch and go, Valkyria.
Alright, so run up areas over this way. Alright, seatbelts are fastened, taxi lights on, taxi area is clear.
Looks like they have something going on over there. If you want, we can just do a run up with the tail pointed in the grass.
Okay.
Yeah. Not sure all what's going on over there, but we'll just do the run up with the tail pointing in the grass right here.
Right up here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Alright, and taxi area is clear. Parking brake is set. Doors are closed and latched. Alright, 1800 RPM. Fuel pump.
Okay, traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha.
Pressure.
Almost ready to cross midfield at 1,500 feet. I got the departure traffic in sight. I'm going to fly out the mid-river, turn back to make the 45 for the downwind to 10.
Alright, so...
Your 5, we'll turn left, crosswind early, and we'll be on...
Mag check, go to right mag. Left mag's out, drops to 1670, back to both. 1740, alright, I'll go back a little bit higher.
And we have the arrival traffic in sight.
Left mag, right mag's out. 1770, back to both. 1830, okay. Cycle prompt.
And Valkyrie traffic.
Alright.
Down.
Manifold pressure, RPM drop. And oil pressure drop. Okay. And all back in the green. To carb heat. A slight drop. Idle. And carb heat off. Alright, RPMs are back up. Yeah.
That carry traffic, get to your Papa midfield, left downwind, for 10 short approach, touch and go. Okay.
Alright, quick check of the flight controls. Alright, all three and correct. Trim set. Alright, we got Melbourne set, Valkyrie. Okay.
When you see Papa is left base for 10 short approach, touch and go. Okay.
Alright, so I think we'll probably be taking off on runway 10 still. So I'm going to be taxiing over this way to get there. Runway 10, I don't have my map here.
That's right, it's 4,000 feet long.
4,000 feet long, okay. And if we're not airborne here, is that a taxiway, what is that, Alpha?
We'll do a little bit shorter than that here, since that would be more than halfway, which is more than 2,000 feet. I would say if we're not off by the 1,000-foot markers.
The 1,000-foot markers.
So the big white blocks.
That's usually, we're usually airborne by then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll abort takeoff, stay on the ground then. Okay. And then an emergency engine out or something after takeoff. Below pattern altitude, we're just going to go straight ahead. Look for something, gentle turns. Once we get to pattern altitude, if we have a problem, we should be able to make a turn back. We might be able to turn back to runway 32 or somewhere on the field, find some grass or pavement to put it down on.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I think we are ready to go.
Alright, I think so.
Alright, parking brake off. Taxi area is clear.
The amazing thing about Valkyrie, it's one of those old airports, just like the abandoned, right? Same star shape. So this apron right here used to be runway.
Okay. Yeah.
Left traffic. Okay.
I guess they were like getting out to swap seats or take pictures or something because they're all started up again.
Huh.
Traffic system, ATC Papa train left crosswind for, we're going to do the left downwind departure. Okay.
Okay, traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha, turn base, runway 10, Valkyrie.
Valkyrie traffic, Seneca 502, Mike, just near, Alpha 4, taxiing to 10, Valkyrie. Seneca traffic, I'll carry the plane look alright?
Yeah, we're all good, thanks.
Okay, if you're interested, that bird still sits about third stripe in.
Oh, they did have a bird strike.
Okay, copy, appreciate that.
Okay, traffic Skyhawk 6711 Alpha, base to final 10, full stop landing, Valkyrie.
Seatbelts fastened, landing lights on, transponder is set, got flaps 10. And we are on Valkyria Unicom. Wait for the approach area to be clear.
Six 711 Alpha, clear at 10, Valkyrie.
Alright, approach area is clear. Valkyria traffic, Cardinal 34287, departing runway 10. We'll be departing out to the north, Valkyria.
Oh yeah, I see bird pieces right there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. We'll just avoid that.
Alright. Power's coming in. Engine instruments are green. And there's 60.
Valkyria, Seneca 50 Zulu Mike is holding short, runway 10 and Echo 1, Valkyria.
I wonder how many birds they hit because I saw a second one down there. Like an egret or something.
Alright, clear of obstacles, flaps up.
Valkyria traffic, Seneca 52 Zulu Mike taking up 10 and make left downwind departure, Valkyria.
Valkyria traffic, Cardinal 34287, turning left crosswind, runway 10, Valkyria. And Valkyria traffic, Cardinal 34287, will be departing the pattern to the north, Valkyria.
Alright.
There's 1,000 feet, let's go 25 inches. 2,500 RPM. Oh, wait a minute, we need Melbourne ATIS here, don't we? 255.
Okay, traffic, Skyhawk 6711 Alpha, taking 10 grass for
closed. Taxiway Quebec is closed, runway 9 right to taxiway Alpha. The Melbourne VOR from radial 220 to 265 radio is unusable. Use cause for bird activity. VFR departures, advise ground control your direction of flight. Advise on initial contact, KF Charlie. Melbourne International Airport information, Charlie, time 2253 Zulu, wind 06011, visibility 10. Sky conditions clear, temperature 22, dew point 07, altimeter 3003. Visual approach in use, landing and departing runway 9 or right, 9 or left, runway 5. Approaches are being conducted to parallel and converging runways. NOTAMs, taxiway Alpha is closed, taxiway Victor to taxiway Lima, taxiway November closed, taxiway Quebec is closed, runway 9 right to taxiway Alpha. The Melbourne VOR from radial 220 to 265 radio is unusable. Use cause for bird activity. VFR departures, advise ground control your direction of flight. Advise on initial contact, KF Charlie. Melbourne International Airport information, Charlie, time 2253 Zulu, wind 06011, visibility 10.
There we go. So 060, they're using runway 9, so we're going to go to the abandoned.
Abandoned, yep.
Yep.
Alright, so is this radiation right here?
Yep, that's radiation.
Kind of go parallel to this.
Sierra Papa, Romeo Delta Victor to your ramp.
Romeo Delta Victor, 3 Sierra Papa, great night.
Have a good night.
Melbourne Tower, take flight 645, holding short of 185 at Victor, good for departure.
Take flight 645, Melbourne Tower, runway 5, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff, 185, proceed on course, take flight 645.
Alright, there's abandoned.
Flight 604, holding short of runway 9 right via Victor, ready for departure.
Take flight 604, Melbourne Tower, hold short 9 right of Victor, I'll have you out shortly, traffic's departing runway 5.
Holding short of runway 9 right via Victor, take flight 604.
Amazing, that's still smoldering over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Take flight 604, there'll be a Cherokee, you'll see him crossing your departure corridor, turning to the south, runway 9 right at Victor, clear for takeoff, turn left on course to the west.
9 right at Victor, clear for takeoff, turn left on course. Take flight 604.
Melbourne Tower, Colonel 34287, over abandoned with Charlie, inbound full stop north side.
Colonel 34287, Melbourne Tower, I want you to overfly Melbourne Airport midfield at or above 1500. Then you'll enter left traffic to 9 left on the north side.
Overfly the field, midfield at or above 1500, then we're going to make a left traffic to join 9 left. Colonel 34287.
Very good.
Tower, take flight 645 is southbound.
Take flight 645, roger, free exchange approved.
Exchange approved, take flight 645.
November 29 Echo, Mike 1, Kilo 1 to the ramp.
1 Kilo, Kilo 1 to the ramp, 2 on Echo.
Melbourne Tower, ExitJet 439 at 2000, visual runway 9er right.
ExitJet 439, Melbourne Tower, runway 9er right, clear to land. You know where you're going to park?
There, and 9er right, clear to land.
ExitJet 439, roger. Plan to exit at the end. It's all the way down at the end of the runway.
All right, roger that.
Cardinal 287, runway 9er left, clear to land.
Runway 9er left, cleared to land, Cardinal 34287. Alright, now is this Sarno here?
Yeah, that's Sarno right there.
Alright. That feels like it's on the stretch prop pole.
ExitJet 439 all the way to the end, left at Sierra, taxi to shelter with me.
All right, all the way down, left turn on Sierra to shelter with you, ExitJet 439.
Yeah, that was pretty close to our building.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so the Vassies are saying we're a bit high. Go ahead, go flaps 30. Slow down to 70. Reduce power a little bit to capture that glide slope. There we go. Low fast.
And Melbourne Tower, good afternoon. Cherokee 9134 Yankee on the ILS 9 right, would like an option.
9134 Yankee, unable option on 9 right. If you want to sidestep to 9 left, I can get you a touch and go on 9 left. Runway 9 or right, clear low approach.
We can do the sidestep, 34 Yankee.
34 Yankee, advise when you start your sidestep to 9 left.
Roger, well advised, 34 Yankee.
Cardinal 287, left at Mike 1, Mike 1, Kilo, Kilo 1 to the ramp.
Left at Mike 1, Kilo, Kilo 1 to the ramp, Cardinal 287.
Not as bad.
Yeah. And we're clear on the left.
Clear on the right.
Okay.
District 5311, runway 9 or right, taxi via Alpha Victor, cross.
Looks like he's missing part of the airplane there.
Yeah, just a few pieces.
Not airworthy.
It's amazing that these things are a little more than just sheet metal with stringers.
Yeah. Alright, after landing, flaps are tracked, mixture lane. Keep our lights on, carb heat off, pitot heat off, cowl flaps open.
District 5311, they got you released at 5-5, time now is 4-7. District 5311, runway 9 right at Victor, back taxi down the runway, and you can exit at Lima Alpha for full length. I do have a Cherokee on a 2-mile final. They're going to sidestep over to 9 left. 34 Yankee, start your side step for traffic on the runway 9 or left, clear touch and go.
Hey, firm, start the side step, 9 left, clear touch and go, not 34 Yankee.
Alright, parking brake is set, throttle 1200. Transponder set.